Hello everyone. It's James again. And today I want to talk about yet another technique the narcissist does when abusing their target. And the reason for discussing these various techniques is, if you can recognize even some of the small signs of narcissistic abuse, signs of things you might have gone through in the past but overlooked, but now you know it was really indeed part of the abuse cycles, you can pick up on it a lot faster if and when it starts to happen to you again in the future. Because early detection, with good boundaries, and the ability to detach, will help you prevent spending a lifetime with an evil abuser. So what's this technique they like to do? It happened to be Susie's and my golden child brother, and come to think of it, my narcissist mother. And in all honesty, nearly most narcissists I've ever met favorite thing to do. And that's when they try to rush you through a thought or something you're pointing out about your situation with them. That's not right. It's where they all of a sudden act to press for time to listen to you. And say, well, you're going to have to speed this up. I can't listen to this all day. Or can you just get to the point? Now I know. Most of us narcissistic abuse victims develop a problem over time of being on trial our entire life, where we feel like we have to justify ourselves. And we might overstate some things, or take the long way around in explaining something, because we feel like we don't want to miss any details, for fear we will be called out for missing something, and shamed or mistreated as a result. But this isn't the case in this instance. We can barely get 3 words out of our mouth and they start acting agitated and to press for time to listen to us. Again, it usually has to do with us questioning their narcissistic behavior, or things that are going on in the relationship with them. No matter if they are someone we are dating, someone we are married to, a family member, a friend, a co-worker, or a boss. It first starts off with them cutting off our thought and finishing our sentence for us. Something I've talked about before. We might say, you know, I feel like, and they will stop us right there and say, yes, I know you feel like that you have too much work. And you will say, no, that's not what I was going to say. And you start all over again and say, you know, I feel like when I talk. And they stop us again and say, well, that's all you've been doing is talking. Why don't you get to the darn point? I don't have time for this. And after 30 minutes of them interrupting you, you can never get out what you were trying to say. And that's every time you talk to them about something important. You feel like they aren't really listening to you, nor do they take your thoughts and feelings seriously. That's all. That's all you were going to say. But after 30 minutes you still weren't able to say it, because they kept on cutting you off, trying to finish your thoughts and feelings for you. And each and every time they are wrong. And they keep on harassing you for taking up too much of their time. And how you can't hurry up and just tell them what you want to tell them. Well, I have news for you. This right here should let you know that you're dealing with an impossible thing of a person that will never change. The problem that we as targets, or narcissistic abuse victims have had, is we were most likely trained as children to keep on trying to reach the abuser and get them to see our points. We would actually try to talk to them at a different time with a different method, hoping they wouldn't get mad at us. We kept thinking, if we presented what we had to say in this way, or this manner, we would be able to reach them and they would see our points. Nothing could be further from the truth. The fact is, these people see this in us, and they see it as if we are crawling on the floor begging them for their time. Time they deny us when it's all said and done. And they love it. It's a power trip to see us beg for time to explain why their treatment is hurting us. And before we can explain ourselves, we are cut short. And we are told how we are presenting our feelings and pain is wrong. This is one of the biggest mind screws. And the main thing that keeps going through our head is that we do tend to overthink things. Or when we do explain things, we oftentimes share too much information. And what if we are doing the same thing in this instance? And maybe they have a point. Maybe I'm just annoying. All of this races through your head to make you second guess yourself. The most common thing for the narcissistic abuse victim or survivor to do. But what I want you to do is write out what you were trying to say. And if it's just a sentence or two, or something simple, and the narcissist kept on shutting you down, and finishing your thoughts and feelings midway through a darn sentence, this wasn't any problem you have, or a mistake you made. This is the evil of the narcissist in your life. And this has nothing to do with your overthinking anything. True. You might overthink some things in your life, and overstate some things you might say. But this isn't one of them. Trust me. This hurry-up technique is something the narcissist loves to do to their target. It throws the target off kilter. And it's also used as a Doodoo test. Because if someone does this to you, and you don't get a hint this person is toxic and should be avoided, and you keep coming back for more, they know, for sure, that you're going to make a good person to abuse over a long period of time. Because quite frankly, you are taking it. You are making it a you problem. When it's a them problem, it really can make you depressed all day or all week when this happens. And will really have you going round and round in your own head, trying to figure out where you went wrong. And I have news for you. The only place you're going wrong is not dropping this evil being out of your life the moment they do this to you. And if it's a boss or co-worker, keep your resume sharp, and do your best to find another job or position in the company depending on how much daily interaction you have with this person. If the interaction is minimal, just avoid them, and do your best to not talk to them. If the interaction is high, and they can greatly affect the outcome of how you are seen on the job, do your best to get out. It's not going to get any better. Just like in a personal relationship, it's not going to get any better. Look for an escape plan if it's not easy to just walk away. Such as if you are married and or own property together. Don't confuse good deeds with the evil that just happened to you. Just because they brought donuts into work doesn't mean they have all of a sudden turned over a new leaf. Trust me, they are still a snake waiting to strike you. This is just them doing the sweet mean cycle. And trust me, the mean part of the cycle will be coming back around before you know it. Or if you're in a relationship, and they take you out for dinner, just smile and accept it. But in private, work very hard on your escape plan. Because no matter what gift they give, or nice deed they do, they are still an evil being that thrives off of, and feeds off of your pain. And this technique they use, they know drives you mad. They know it hurts you and gives you stress. That's why they do it. They know exactly what they are doing. So when they cut you off, let them. Just say, I'm sorry, you have my feelings wrong. I wasn't going to say what you just said. That's okay though, you can have your own opinions. If they ask you to share your opinions and thoughts, don't give them another chance to cut you off and hurt you again. Just change the subject to something they like to talk about, namely themselves. If you keep on refusing to tell them how you feel, they will keep on harassing you to start your sentence again, just so they can fight with you or cut you off. Don't fall for the trap. Just change the topic, so they forget what you were even talking about. Then file this situation away in your brain, and start working that moment on your escape plan. Because it's not going to get any better. But the key is to know this. Because like I always say, knowledge and wisdom is power. The more we know, the more we can lead happy and healthy lives. Until next time. Bye for now. and be good to yourself.